Hiya, so now we're going to make the arms for Luna. So I've done one already. So I pinned them right sides together. And then I just sew on the outside and I left a gap for turning out. So Luna Rabbit is made when you stuff the arms, you whip ladder stitch up the gap, all stuffed, and then you use buttons to attach it to the side of the body, and they're posable, and that they don't join on like inside the seam, you sew them on the outside with a little button, so quite decorative really. I'll just sew this one up. There's like a little thumb shape at the bottom. So when it comes to, I'm not even showing you what I'm stitching now. When it comes to curved edges, I literally just pivot with the needle down so I get a nice curved shape. If it's about that turning. So you can of course clip your seam allowance on the curves just to give them so where that thumb bit is. I do have a little check to make sure I haven't gone off the seam allowance anywhere. Just give it a bit more shape, just be really careful you don't go into your stitching line and unravel everything you've just done. Okay, let me just turn this. So I'm just going to go in and turn it out the right way. My felt doesn't turn as easy as other fabrics. I'm not pinching too hard on the inside. I don't want to pull and like cause a bit of piling to the fabric. So how's homeschooling going for everyone who's got homeschooling to do? My boys have been quite good with it at the minute. I think the novelty will soon wear off though. Might get a bit harder. I'm still getting time to sew, which is nice. Although I quite like sewing lessons from there. Me and the boys could just spend our time sewing, it'd be quite good fun. Right, so I've pulled half it through. Just going to do the other end. And I caught the stitches there a little bit. Okay, so I probably made my turning out circle hole a little bit small there. So when you've stuffed it and you've ladder stitched it, you get a nice firm arm. There's a bit of thumb at the top, so you could, after you stuffed it, stitch down there a little bit. I'm just going to show you what this looks like when it's made. I've made this one a dress already. You can see how the ears went. Take the dress off. You'll be able to see the Luna as a standalone teddy with new clothing. You can see how the arm is a bit posed. Well, this is the same fabric all over. I'll just put the thread on it. Look, she's very beautiful and she feels very nice as well. She's got that kind of vintage feel to her. Right, so the next bit we're going to do, now we've done the arms, we're going to do the legs, which are a little bit more tricky, but manageable. So I'll see you for the legs.